History is littered with mysteries, tantalizing enigmas that continue to baffle scholars and enthusiasts alike. From ancient cities swallowed by the sea to cryptic manuscripts that defy decipherment, these puzzles remind us that the past often guards its secrets jealously. While some historical mysteries have been solved through diligent research and advancing technology, others remain stubbornly unsolved, challenging our understanding and imagination. In this article, we will delve into 5 of the most intriguing unsolved historical mysteries, exploring the evidence, theories, and ongoing debates that keep these enigmas alive. Number 1. The Lost City of Atlantis. The story of Atlantis has fascinated people for millennia, ever since the ancient Greek philosopher Plato first mentioned it in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias. According to Plato, Atlantis was a powerful and advanced civilization that existed around 9,000 years before his time. This utopian island, larger than Libya and Asia Minor combined, was said to have been located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, modern-day Strait of Gibraltar. Atlantis supposedly fell out of favor with the gods and sank into the ocean in a single day and night of misfortune. Talk about an epic sinkhole. Plato's description of Atlantis is detailed and vivid, presenting it as a highly organized society with impressive architecture, advanced engineering, and a complex social structure. The island was divided into concentric rings of land and water, with a grand palace at its center. The Atlanteans were described as noble and virtuous initially, but their moral decay and hubris led to their downfall. Clearly, they had more rings than a phone in a 90s movie. The quest to find Atlantis has inspired countless theories and expeditions. Some researchers suggest that the story could be based on real events, such as the Thera eruption that devastated the Minoan civilization on the island of Santorini around 1600 BCE. Others propose locations, such as the Azores, the Canary Islands, or even Antarctica, as the possible site of Atlantis. Despite numerous claims and supposed discoveries, definitive evidence of Atlantis remains elusive. Many scientists and historians remain skeptical about the existence of Atlantis, viewing it as a myth rather than a historical fact. They argue that the story lacks corroborating evidence and that Plato's account was likely influenced by earlier legends and cultural tales. However, the enduring fascination with Atlantis and the occasional discovery of underwater ruins or artifacts keep the debate alive. It seems our fascination with underwater mysteries is as deep as the ocean itself. The mystery of Atlantis continues to capture the imagination of people around the world. Whether it was a real place or a product of Plato's imagination, the story of a lost civilization that met a cataclysmic end serves as a powerful reminder of the fragility of human societies and the allure of the unknown. And if nothing else, it's a great excuse for vacationing divers to call their trips research expeditions. Number 2. The disappearance of the Roanoke Colony. In 1587, a group of English settlers led by John White established a colony on Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina. This was the first attempt to establish a permanent English settlement in the New World. The colony faced numerous challenges, including hostile relations with local Native American tribes, scarcity of supplies, and the harsh conditions of the wilderness. Just imagine their Yelp review. No Wi-Fi, low food supply, and the neighbors are not very welcoming. In 1590, John White returned to Roanoke after a 3-year absence, during which he had gone to England to gather supplies. Upon his return, he found the settlement abandoned with no trace of the colonists. The only clue was the word CROATOAN carved into a post and CRO carved into a tree. There were no signs of a struggle or mass departure, leading to speculation about what had happened to the settlers. It's like the first season finale of a TV series. Over the centuries, numerous theories have emerged to explain the disappearance of the Roanoke colonists. Some suggest that the settlers integrated with local Native American tribes, while others propose that they were killed or abducted. Another theory posits that they attempted to relocate and perished in the wilderness. Despite extensive research and archaeological efforts, the fate of the Roanoke colonists remains one of America's oldest unsolved mysteries. Maybe they just got tired of waiting for John White and moved to a nicer neighborhood. Recent archaeological discoveries have shed some light on the mystery, suggesting that at least some of the settlers might have moved to Hatteras Island, where artifacts of European origin have been found. However, these findings are not conclusive, and the full story of what happened to the Roanoke colony continues to elude historians. It's like the ultimate game of hide and seek, with a 400-year head start. The disappearance of the Roanoke colony is a haunting chapter in American history. The mystery serves as a reminder of the difficulties faced by early settlers and the many challenges of establishing a new life in an unknown land. Despite the passage of time, the fate of the Lost Colony remains an enduring enigma. Perhaps one day, a future archaeologist will stumble upon a centuries-old "we moved" sign. Number 3. The Voynich Manuscript. The Voynich Manuscript is one of the most perplexing documents ever discovered. Named after the antiquarian Wilfrid Voynich, who acquired it in 1912, this manuscript is written in an unknown script and language. It is illustrated with bizarre, fantastical images of plants, astronomical diagrams, and human figures, adding to its mystique. Radiocarbon dating suggests that the manuscript was created in the early 15th century, but its origins and purpose remain a mystery. It's the historical equivalent of a really bad inside joke. Over the years, many linguists, cryptographers, and scholars have attempted to decipher the Voynich manuscript, but none have succeeded. The text does not correspond to any known language or code, leading some to speculate that it might be a sophisticated hoax. Others believe it could be written in a lost or constructed language, or that it encodes information using a complex cipher. In other words, it's either a medieval prank or the world's oldest Dungeons & Dragons manual. Various theories have been proposed regarding the origin and purpose of the Voynich manuscript. Some suggest it was a medieval herbal or medical text, while others think it could be an alchemical treatise or a work of art. The manuscript's unusual illustrations and undeciphered text make it difficult to draw definitive conclusions. Maybe it's just a medieval artist's portfolio, and we're all overthinking it. Modern technology has provided new tools for analyzing the Voynich manuscript. Techniques such as statistical analysis, machine learning, and multispectral imaging have been employed to study the text and illustrations. Despite these efforts, the manuscript's secrets remain locked away, and it continues to captivate and confound researchers. It's like trying to crack the code on your teenager's text messages. The Voynich manuscript is a testament to the enduring allure of the unknown. Its enigmatic text and mysterious illustrations invite endless speculation and investigation. Whether it is eventually deciphered or remains an unsolved puzzle, the Voynich manuscript will continue to intrigue and mystify for generations to come. And who knows? Maybe one day we'll find out it's just a medieval grocery list. Number 4. The Identity of Jack the Ripper. In 1888, a series of gruesome murders in London's Whitechapel district shocked the world. The killer, who came to be known as Jack the Ripper, brutally murdered at least 5 women, all of whom were prostitutes. The murders were marked by extreme violence and mutilation, suggesting a deep-seated rage and possibly a degree of anatomical knowledge. Let's just say this guy was not winning any Neighbor of the Year awards. The police investigation into the Jack the Ripper murders was extensive, but ultimately unsuccessful. Despite interviewing hundreds of suspects and following numerous leads, the identity of the killer was never established. The case was sensationalized by the press, adding to the public's fear and fascination. It was the Victorian version of binge-watching a true crime series. Over the years, many suspects have been proposed as the true identity of Jack the Ripper. These include prominent figures such as Prince Albert Victor, the Duke of Clarence, and less well-known individuals like Montague, John Druitt, a barrister and teacher. Each suspect has their own set of supporting evidence and detractors, but none have been definitively proven to be the Ripper. Advances in forensic science have led to new theories and the re-examination of old evidence in the Jack the Ripper case. DNA analysis of letters purportedly sent by the Ripper has yielded intriguing, though not conclusive, results. Some researchers believe that new forensic techniques could eventually identify the killer, while others argue that the evidence has degraded too much over time. If only Jack had left behind a selfie or two. Recent claims include the suggestion that a shawl found at one of the crime scenes contains DNA evidence linking Aaron Kosminski, a Polish barber, and one of the prime suspects at the time, to the murders. However, these claims are contentious and have not been universally accepted by the scientific community. It's as if every few years, someone pipes up with, "Hey, I know who Jack the Ripper was," and then the historians collectively facepalm. The mystery of Jack the Ripper continues to fascinate and horrify. The brutal nature of the crimes and the failure to capture the killer have cemented Jack the Ripper as one of history's most infamous serial killers. Whether through advances in forensic science or new historical research, the quest to uncover the true identity of Jack the Ripper goes on, keeping this dark chapter in history alive in the public imagination. Maybe one day we'll get a Netflix documentary that finally puts the mystery to bed, or at least gives us another prime suspect to argue about. Number 5. The fate of the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant is one of the most sought-after religious artifacts in history. According to the Bible, the Ark was a wooden chest overlaid with gold, containing the stone tablets of the 10 Commandments, Aaron's rod, and a pot of manna. It was said to be housed in the Temple of Solomon in Jerusalem until it mysteriously disappeared. Its fate has been the subject of speculation and intrigue for centuries. Raiders of the Lost Ark didn't help with our obsession either. The Bible provides several accounts of the Ark's power and significance, describing how it was carried into battle and brought victory to the Israelites. It was also said to have dangerous powers, causing the deaths of those who touched it improperly. The last known mention of the Ark in the Bible is during the reign of King Josiah, circa 640–609 BCE, after which it vanishes from historical records. Like a magician's best trick, it just disappeared, leaving everyone scratching their heads. Many theories have been proposed regarding the current location of the Ark of the Covenant. Some believe it was hidden to protect it from invaders during the Babylonian conquest of Jerusalem. Possible locations range from Mount Nebo in Jordan to a secret chamber beneath the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. Others suggest the Ark was taken to Ethiopia, where it is supposedly kept in the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion in Axum. Numerous expeditions have been launched in search of the Ark, from medieval crusaders to modern archaeologists. Despite these efforts, no conclusive evidence of the Ark's existence or location has been found. Claims of discovering the Ark, or possessing pieces of it, often lack verification and are met with skepticism by scholars and experts. It's as if every explorer has a lost Ark story to tell at parties. The fate of the Ark of the Covenant remains one of history's great mysteries. Whether it lies hidden somewhere, waiting to be discovered, or was lost to time, the Ark continues to captivate the imagination of archaeologists, theologians, and adventurers. Its story is a powerful reminder of the enduring allure of ancient relics and the mysteries they hold. If nothing else, it gives treasure hunters a solid excuse to play in the dirt.